Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 12. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. The Grizzlies shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Thomas Robinson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Oladipo. And there's Pekovic. And it's Rondo in at the one spot. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 10, and the bucket from Kemba Walker.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
It's Oladipo on the wing. They get the rebound. The second chance effort. Robinson, that's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
Prince in the corner. Here's Howard. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Outside Rondo. And they double up Rondo. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Outside, Walker. Howard setting the pick for Walker. From beyond the arc. Prince misses.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead. Wow, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
It's Bradley on the wing. And the three off target.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
6 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Rondo. Outside, George. In the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Carl Landry's checked in for Mirotic. And it's Vasquez in for Bradley. Bean passes to Marshall. Pass to Ontic. Pulls up. High post. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Landry with a screen for Walker. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Marshall kicks to Levine. Looking to end the drought. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Trailblazers leading by 10. The dish to Morris. And the pass to Levine. He feeds it to Marshall. Pass to Levine. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Fader on the way. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Vasquez kicks to Prince.
Well, Dwight Howard, I think, still the best center in the league, but I think his back injury back in 2012 has robbed him of some of his explosiveness. But despite that, he remains one of the most athletic centers the league has ever seen.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
As for Howard, as he loses some of his bounce with age, which is inevitable, the question will be, can he take a step forward skill-wise to compensate? I mean, he wants to be a go-to guy in the post, but there's still a little bit of work he has to do to become that.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Lenz checked in for Howard. Mirotic comes in for Carl Landry. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And it's Avery Bradley in for Vasquez. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Len kicks to Bradley. And the shot falls short this time. And Howard has taken his share of criticism, too, from the old-timers for, Steve, not punishing teams in the post.
But remember, in the old days, it was easier to isolate in the post. Nowadays, with defenses allowed to overload and zone up, help is always there. So I think for Dwight, he's got to focus on defense and rebounding and let the offense come when it's there.
Bradley kicks to DeRozan. Dishes it to Bradley. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Here's Levine. He kicks to Marshall. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Mirotic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The feed to Walker. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Passes to Levine. Kicks it to Marshall. Here's Huntage. Here's Morris. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
If you look back at the Grizzlies season last year, it'd be hard not to say it was a case of them not getting out of the gate as strongly as they wanted to, and then the injury to Gasol creating a situation where they never quite fully caught up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Howard's checked in for Alex Len. Landry comes in for Mirotic. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Avery Bradley.
2 shots.
Well, guys, talking about Memphis again, they were a team that many thought had a chance to finish in the top half of the Western Conference. But, Steve, they ended up just sneaking into the playoffs.
But what a run they went on after the All-Star break when they got healthy. They looked like they were dead in the water, but they won enough games after the break to get to that 7th spot. And we know how tough the Western Conference was.
Oladipo misses.
Boy, that's 2 easy points you've just given away.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They trail by 7. Walker against Rondo. 5 to shoot. Outside DeRozan. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Howard. No luck. Excellent D there from Hill.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
That's good. 11 points for Rajon Rondo. Memphis has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Walker dishes 2 to DeRozan. Fires for 3. Walker's shot is off.
I don't like throwing up long-range threes at this point. You've got to get better looks to try to close this gap.
Hill sets the screen for Rondo. In low to Hill. Stolen by Walker.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass.
He dishes it to Prince. Landry, a screen on George. Offers off the pick and hammers it home.
Tell you what, he's not going to win any high jump competition, so it's a good thing he doesn't have to go too far to get to the rim.
I'm not sure he could, or any of us could slip a piece of paper under him when he takes off.
Well, it doesn't matter much so, Kevin, because he's such a big man. I mean, if he gets positioned, forget about it.
.146 left in the fourth quarter. Feeds to Hill. Outside Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Pekovic. And it's rejected. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, you gotta love this energy right now. They're getting hot right when they absolutely have to.
Time is of the essence here. I mean, they do not look like they're going to let down the intensity. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Walker with a clean look. Sinks the three-pointer. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead. Walker against Rondo. Outside, George. Hill trying to break free. Outside for Rondo. And George, here we go. Count it!
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Walker. Prince outside. Wide open look. Pekovic with the rebound.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
And it's George finishing it off.
Every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Walker the pass to Prince. It's DeRozan with the drive. Kicks it out to Prince. Laces one from 3. They get a hand on it.
A chance to tie it up, Clark.
A 3 would make it happen.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here.
2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.